Ever wondered why the Roman Empire really fell? You may think it was all about invasions, but it was much more complicated than that. As we explore this topic, we'll uncover a tapestry woven with political intrigue, economic turmoil, military challenges, and social upheaval. The Roman Empire, at its height, was a marvel of engineering, governance, and culture. Yet, beneath its grandeur lay vulnerabilities that would ultimately contribute to its downfall. From the internal strife caused by power-hungry leaders to the external pressures from invading tribes, the reasons are as multifaceted as they are compelling. Imagine the genius-level thinking involved in analyzing these historical events. Historians have spent lifetimes piecing together clues from ancient texts, archaeological findings, and even the remnants of Roman architecture. Each discovery adds a new layer to our understanding, revealing how interconnected these factors truly were. The decline wasn't just about military defeats, it was also about economic instability, corruption, and a loss of civic pride among the citizen. In this video, we'll take you on a journey through time, examining the real reasons behind the collapse of the Roman Empire. We'll highlight the intriguing secrets of ancient civilization and the lessons we can learn from their rise and fall. So, buckle up as we unravel the complexities of history and discover how the echoes of Rome still resonate in our world today. The Roman Empire, once a beacon of stability and governance, faced a relentless tide of political turmoil that ultimately contributed to its downfall. At the heart of this chaos was ineffective leadership, which created a ripple effect that destabilized the entire empire. As emperors rose and fell with alarming frequency, the lack of consistent and capable leadership left the empire vulnerable to both internal and external threats. One of the most significant impacts of this political instability was the outbreak of civil wars. The struggle for power among ambitious generals and politicians often led to bloody conflicts that drained resources and divided loyalties. Figures like Julius Caesar, whose rise to power sparked a civil war, and later emperors such as Nero and Commodus, exemplified how personal ambition could overshadow the needs of the state. These leaders often prioritized their own interests over the welfare of the empire, leading to widespread discontent and unrest among the populace. Key events, such as the Year of the Four Emperors in 69 AD, highlighted the fragility of Roman leadership. In just 1 year, 4 different men claimed the title of emperor, each backed by their own factions. This constant turnover not only eroded public trust, but also made it nearly impossible for the empire to maintain a unified front against external threats, such as the encroaching Germanic tribes and the Parthian Empire. As political instability took root, the empire's ability to respond effectively to these external challenges diminished. Resources that could have been allocated to defense were instead consumed by internal strife. The lack of a strong, centralized authority meant that military leaders often acted independently, further fragmenting the empire's power. In essence, the political chaos that plagued Rome not only weakened its internal structure, but also left it exposed to the very threats that would eventually contribute to its collapse. The decline of the Roman Empire was not solely a result of political turmoil. Economic factors played a crucial role in its downfall. As the empire expanded, it faced significant challenges that ultimately undermined its financial stability. One of the most pressing issues was rampant inflation, which eroded the value of currency and made everyday goods increasingly expensive. The devaluation of money led to a loss of confidence among citizens and traders alike, creating a vicious cycle that further destabilized the economy. Heavy taxation was another burden that weighed down the Roman populace. To fund military campaigns and maintain the vast bureaucracy, emperors imposed exorbitant taxes on citizens and provinces. This financial strain not only stifled economic growth, but also fostered resentment among the people. As the tax burden grew heavier, many citizens found it increasingly difficult to make ends meet, leading to widespread discontent and social unrest. The reliance on slave labor also contributed to economic decline. While it initially provided a cheap labor force for agriculture and industry, the overdependence on slaves stifled innovation and technological advancement. As the supply of slaves dwindled due to fewer conquests, the economy struggled to adapt. This stagnation made it difficult for the empire to compete with emerging powers and maintain its economic dominance. Trade disruptions further exacerbated the economic crisis. As external threats from barbarian tribes and rival empires increased, trade routes became perilous. The once thriving exchange of goods across the Mediterranean was severely hampered, leading to shortages and increased prices. This decline in trade not only affected the wealth of the empire, but also contributed to a sense of isolation and vulnerability. Ultimately, the economic decline of the Roman Empire created a perfect storm of social unrest and instability. As citizens faced rising costs, heavy taxes, and dwindling opportunities, the fabric of society began to fray. The combination of these economic factors played a significant role in the empire's inability to respond effectively to both internal and external challenges, paving the way for its eventual collapse. The military prowess of the Roman Empire was once the envy of the ancient world, but over time a series of challenges eroded its effectiveness and contributed to its decline. One of the most pressing issues was recruitment. As the empire expanded, the demand for soldiers grew, but the pool of willing recruits began to dwindle. Many Roman citizens were reluctant to join the military, preferring to pursue civilian careers or avoid the dangers of warfare. This shortage forced the empire to rely increasingly on mercenaries and non-Roman soldiers, which undermined loyalty and cohesion within the ranks. Funding was another critical challenge for the Roman military. As economic decline set in, the empire struggled to allocate sufficient resources to maintain its vast army. Soldiers faced inadequate pay, poor equipment, and insufficient supplies, leading to low morale and diminished effectiveness on the battlefield. The financial strain of constant warfare, coupled with heavy taxation on the populace, created a situation where the military could not adequately defend the empire's borders. Key battles and invasions further weakened Roman defenses. The Battle of Adrianople in 378 AD marked a significant turning point, where the Eastern Roman army suffered a devastating defeat against the Visigoths. This loss not only showcased the vulnerabilities of Roman military tactics, but also emboldened other barbarian tribes to challenge Roman authority. The subsequent invasions by groups such as the Vandals, Huns, and Ostrogoths further strained the empire's resources and exposed its inability to protect its territories. The role of barbarian tribes was pivotal in the decline of the Roman Empire. As these tribes pushed against the empire's borders, they exploited the weaknesses in Roman defenses. The influx of refugees fleeing from the Huns also pressured the empire, leading to conflicts that stretched Roman military capabilities thin. Ultimately, the combination of recruitment issues, funding shortages, key military defeats, and the relentless pressure from barbarian tribes created a perfect storm that contributed to the fall of one of history's greatest empires. The Roman Empire was not only a political and military powerhouse, but also a vibrant tapestry of social and cultural dynamics. However, as the empire expanded and evolved, significant changes began to erode the foundations of Roman society. And one of the most notable shifts was the decline of civic pride and public service among citizens. In earlier times, Romans took great pride in their civic duties, participating actively in governance and community affairs. However, as the empire faced increasing challenges, many citizens became disillusioned and apathetic. The burdens of heavy taxation and military conscription led to a growing sense of detachment from public life, weakening the social fabric that had once united the populace. The rise of Christianity also played a transformative role in Roman society. Initially viewed with suspicion and hostility, Christianity gradually gained acceptance and influence, particularly after Emperor Constantine's Edict of Milan in 313 AD. As Christianity spread, it began to reshape cultural values and priorities. The emphasis on spiritual salvation and the afterlife shifted focus away from traditional Roman virtues such as honor, duty, and civic engagement. This cultural transformation contributed to a sense of fragmentation within the empire, as differing beliefs and practices began to create divisions among the populace. Moreover, the cultural shifts that accompanied the rise of Christianity and other philosophical movements led to a decline in the traditional Roman identity. As various groups within the empire embraced new customs and beliefs, the once unified Roman culture began to splinter. The integration of diverse peoples and traditions, while enriching in some respects, also made it challenging to maintain a cohesive societal structure. In summary, the social and cultural changes that swept through the Roman Empire, marked by a decline in civic pride, the rise of Christianity, and the fragmentation of cultural identity, played a significant role in weakening the empire. These shifts not only altered the way citizens viewed their responsibilities, but also contributed to the broader challenges that ultimately led to the empire's decline. As we wrap up our exploration of the collapse of the Roman Empire, it's essential to recognize the intricate web of factors that contributed to this monumental event. We've delved into the political instability that plagued the empire, marked by ineffective leadership and civil wars that weakened its governance. Economically, we examined how inflation, heavy taxation, and reliance on slave labor eroded the financial foundations of Rome, leading to widespread discontent. The military challenges, including recruitment issues and key defeats against barbarian tribes, further compromised the empire's ability to defend its borders. Finally, we discussed the social and cultural shifts, particularly the decline of civic pride and the rise of Christianity, which fragmented the once unified Roman identity. These elements are not isolated, they are deeply interconnected. The political turmoil influenced economic stability, which in turn affected military readiness and social cohesion. Understanding this interconnectedness provides valuable insights into how complex systems can unravel when faced with multiple pressures. As we reflect on the lessons learned from the fall of the Roman Empire, it becomes clear that history offers us a mirror to examine our own societies. The importance of strong leadership, economic resilience, military preparedness, and social unity cannot be overstated. By studying the past, we can better navigate the challenges of the present and future. If you found this discussion enlightening, we invite you to subscribe to our channel for more historical insights. Don't forget to like and share this video with fellow history enthusiasts. Together, let's continue to explore the fascinating stories of our past and uncover the lessons they hold for us today. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history.